Hi, it's Jen Healy, and I am broadcasting from my car today because I'm at the beach and it's a little windy. So I wanted to make sure that the sound was good enough that you could hear me. So we're going to try this out today. And I wanted to talk to you on day 16 about success and the meaning of success. Because we do have this natural fear of failure that comes from the human experience, that just comes with the territory. And what is the meaning of success really defines what we are willing to do and the risks we're willing to take. So I would just like to share from my perspective. So for me, success has to include doing what I love and enjoying it. So joy is a factor that normally isn't equated with success. And we can be successful in the monetary realms, we can be successful in the career realms. But if we have those gains of achievement and we have gotten pretty much everything we want, but we're still not happy, then that's not really the highest level of success that we could aim for. So in anything I do, I make sure that success means that I am doing what I love, that I'm enjoying it, and that what I'm offering to the world is aligned with my purpose and passion. So when I'm doing something, I consider it a success if I just offer it and get it done. So most of the time, we're looking at measuring it by numbers or by likes or by some popularity contest. But the fact that I'll even do it, for me, feels successful. Because so much in this world, we are discouraged to do things that aren't going to lead to some big outcome, if you will, but doing it is enough. So I wanted to share this video about success and failure because I hear this quite often in my sessions and in my work with people. They are afraid to even get started, not knowing how to get started, but also how is it going to be received, focused a lot on the outcome. So I make it a point whenever possible to enjoy the journey and not just be in the results business. So for a long time, it was all about making the marks, making the grades, getting the monetary gain, getting that reward for the efforts. And it just feels like a huge uphill climb to me. And sometimes when we even operate from that place, there is no guarantee that we are going to actually get the numbers, whatever the results are that we were hoping for. And then that can lead to disappointment and discouragement where we're not willing to go for it and try it again. So that fear of failure is not doing well, it not being well received, that there will be judgment or some sort of negative feedback that comes from our actions. And I really encourage people, find your passion, operate from this place of knowing that if you are inspired to do it, that it is part of your path. And that can look very different. It can look very unusual. I've had to be quite courageous in my journey of moving from more traditional realms into this path of creating new paradigms and new projects to do things even if I wasn't sure that it would go well, quote unquote, be well received. And it does. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of commitment to follow something through. Having that experience here, day 16, I'm halfway through this challenge. And every day I recommit to showing up and sharing what feels really good. So a lot of times I'm being spontaneous. I'm sharing what is current for me, what has come up in conversations. And when I share one video, it just naturally inspires the next. So I wanted to share the difference between motivation and inspiration, because a lot of us have been motivated by unwanted circumstances, and inspiration is the energy that catapults us forward and moves us forward from a place of love and passion for what we're doing. And it is a big deal for people to find what they love and know who they are well enough to trust that impulse, to trust themselves, to keep discovering, to take the next step. And it is an important part of the path to find your own way, to find your own empowerment and making those empowered choices. So I wanted to share that with you today. So a lot of what I've done, especially in the creation of my company, my programs, my project, I invested in myself. No one else invested in what I created. And that is a really powerful tool, is to invest in yourself, to believe in yourself and to know that you can do it, and to build yourself along the way, even if you're feeling a little trepidatious or unsure. Build yourself up as you go along and keep encouraging yourself. Even when you have tough days, there's always going to be challenges that come up that will have you question whether you should keep going. I know for me, there have been so many times I felt like I was face down in the arena, like fell flat on my face and didn't want to get up and do it again. And I just let myself heal, brush myself off and lick my wounds and then get back up and try again. As I've created 10 online courses and I've created all of this different material, but I didn't know what it would turn out to be or what I'd even use it for. And what I have noticed is that even if it wasn't quote unquote successful at the time, that I didn't get whatever numbers or whatever monetary feedback, it is something that is continuously giving and it keeps growing. So sometimes the investment has like a longer term vision than what we can see in the moment. And so I wanted to share that a lot of times when I'm creating something, I think this is so wacky, why am I doing this? And then it unfolds and I'm shown and I'm able to see over time, oh, this is actually bigger than anything I could possibly have imagined in the moment. And it is still giving. Some of my videos still giving. And I have been recreating, or what I call resurrecting, some of my programs over the years because they have iterations. As I grow, they grow. It's kind of like fine wine. They keep maturing and I keep adding on to them. And I find that really rewarding. Because if I didn't have that first step already done of creating that course or creating the content or even knowing how, then I wouldn't have the energy to build on. So I make it a point to keep building on my practices and recreating them, transforming them as I transform myself, and offering them from a new perspective. So I just did that after launching one of my courses 10 years ago. I just rebranded it and rearranged it and brought it new life, and it just felt so good to birth that. I did that last year, and then I have another iteration this year because I have so much more inspiration coming through. So be aware that in our world, in our society, motivation is typically the name of the game. We're trying to motivate ourselves by moving away from unwanted, and that will peter out. That'll lose steam. It's usually the fuel we're using that matters. If we're fueled by fear, we tend to be ran by adrenaline and these spurts of energy that are really coming from the negative thought patterns or the avoiding a negative outcome. Where when we're inspired by something greater than us, we really find this unlimited resource. Because for me, that's a sign from the universe that's saying, yes, 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 keep going, keep doing that. And it does take a tremendous amount of courage. So with this Be Brave challenge, I wanted to talk about success and failure and why we avoid failure, but we also avoid success. And then we get ourselves stuck in like a stalemate or feeling paralyzed. And for me to just build some momentum and take the next step, I'm encouraging you as I encourage myself each day, keep following what you love, keep doing what brings you the most joy, and allow your passions to lead the way. So I'll be back with another video tomorrow. I really appreciate you listening, and feel free to share any comments and I will respond. Ask me anything, and I look forward to the next one. Aloha.